Currently, I am in St. John's, New Brunswick. I've been here 2 nights now. A couple late nights, to be honest. I was watching the Blue Jays play in the World Series, so the last 2 nights was Game 1 and Game 2. But with the time change, they weren't on until 9 p.m. here, so first night I thought I'd grab a late dinner at Boston Pizza and watch the game there. And then last night I actually found a watch party that they were doing here at the local hockey arena, so watching the game on the Jumbotron. So that was kind of fun. But late nights. Last night here, there was some people that kind of were having a bit of a party and came down at like 4 a.m. where I was parked here, so definitely got woken up by some loud music at 4 a.m. but oh well. Not too much sleep the last couple nights, but today I'm planning on checking out the 506, Area 506. It's a little kind of local shops. They have a bunch of containers that they basically converted into shops, and they host events and live music and all that kind of stuff. So I figured I'd check that out today. So let's go. A really nice cute little area. Tons of containers, obviously converted into like little stores and like little restaurants or places you can grab food. It's super nice, very colorful, artwork everywhere, so that's kind of cool. And also lots of like seating areas like this, and they've made a bunch of seating areas like stacked on top of the containers, so you can go like a couple containers high, like patios and all that, so that's kind of cool. And yeah, majority of it is like little souvenir shops and whatnot, but it's right here on the port. So I feel like the majority of people here are people that are spending the day off of the cruise ships and whatnot. So there's like 2 cruise ships sitting here now. And yeah, so lots of people walk around and whatnot, but super cute little area. I'm also really close to like it's called Uptown, not downtown. So I'm gonna maybe check that out as well and walk around there a bit, and yeah, super neat. I like it here. It was really nice walking around. Lots of older like brick buildings and everything, so that was kind of cool. I like that. It looks nice. And yeah, this afternoon, one more thing I wanted to check out was Reversing Falls. So I'm gonna head there. It's only a 5-minute drive or so, but I'm gonna go check that out. So that behind me right now is Reversing Falls, which is interesting because over there basically is like the port and the ocean is that way. So typically the river runs from back there out to the ocean. But if you watched my last video, I talked about how high the tides are here, and they have record high tides up to about 40-50 feet. So when the ocean has high tides, it's actually higher than the river, so the water starts flowing this way, and then as soon as the tides get low enough again, the river basically changes direction and goes out to the ocean. The first night I stayed here in St. John's, I stayed just a little ways up the river, right on the river. So I remember going to bed and the river was going that way, and then when I woke up I thought, I swear the river was going the other direction. So it actually flipped directions while I was sleeping, and I didn't realize that this was a thing, that the river just completely switches direction because of the tide. So roughly every, I think it's 7 hours, when it switches from low to high and then high back up to low, it just completely flips. And yeah, that's actually kind of crazy to think about, an entire river switching directions every roughly 7 hours, and it's just continuous fighting back and forth about which way the water's flowing. Back to my camp spot. I am not the same spot as last night because I figured I'd rather not get waken up at 4 o'clock in the morning again. So came back to the first spot I stayed when I first came into St. John's, right on the river. So showered, make some dinner, and by dinner I mean I made a sandwich because I have no food right now. So I just gotta do some groceries tomorrow, and yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. See you in the morning. Morning. Today my plan is to go check out Irving Nature Park. It's a little ways out of St. John's, but I figured it'd be nice to check out. It was raining a bit earlier, but it's cleared up a little bit, so hopefully it stays dry for the rest of the day. But that's what my plan is today, and then come back into town, gotta run some errands, do groceries, so yeah, let's go. That was actually really nice walking around there. Some trails and boardwalk, and also a bit of a beach. I will say it's nice that it's dry out, but it's freezing cold. So turn the heat on. Alright, a few groceries picked up, and I gotta go edit some video, and gotta hopefully try and fix my heater tonight. We'll see if that works or not, but I'm gonna end the video there. See you in the next one.